Hello everyone, it is great to see you here once again on Dee's Delights. Today we will be making scalloped potatoes. I tell you what, I love potatoes. And when I do potato videos, they seem to get a lot of views. So I think a lot of you out there love potatoes. So today for this recipe, for the scalloped potatoes, you're going to need 4 russet potatoes. I am using gold potatoes. Now it doesn't tell you how big, how little, whatever. So I am going to use about 32 ounces of potatoes. So I have about 8 little ones because russet potatoes are usually bigger. 1/2 yellow onion minced. I am going to cut this in half and then I'm going to mince it up in my handy dandy food processor. 1 teaspoon of kosher salt and 1/4 teaspoon of coarse ground black pepper. I'm going to use regular pepper, a little salt. I'm just going to sprinkle it in between the layers so you use as much or as little as you would like. 4 tablespoons of butter, 4 tablespoons of flour, 1 cup of whole milk, 1 cup heavy cream, and 1 cup of cheddar cheese shredded. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to preheat my oven to 375 degrees. I am going to peel and wash my potatoes. It does not say to cook these in water ahead of time. So I am going to slice them very thin, maybe about 1/8 of an inch, no more than 1/4 of an inch. And then I'm going to layer this in a 9 by 13 pan. I have my potatoes peeled and washed, and I'm going to use this attachment with my little shredder. Then I'm going to use another attachment for my shredded cheddar. So hopefully this works. These are small enough. I'm going to try to do it with just a whole potato. And press firmly. Then you get real thin slices. I'm also going to mince my onions. If you don't have one of these little gadgets, just chop them up as finely as you can. I'm going to go ahead and butter my pan. I'm going to put 1 row of potatoes, finely sliced, because we did not boil them in water. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of pepper, a little bit of kosher salt, and use some of my onions. Let's do the next row of potatoes. Gonna top that with a little more salt and pepper. Not much. And a few more onions. Next, in a medium pot, add the butter on medium heat until it's melted. Then we're going to add the flour, and you can use a little more salt and pepper at this time as you like, and we're going to whisk it well for 30 to 45 seconds. So that's my 4 tablespoons of butter. All right, the butter's just about melted. So let's go ahead and add the flour, which is 4 tablespoons. A little bit more salt and pepper if you want. And we'll whisk that for about 30 to 45 seconds. Kind of turning to a golden color. Let's go ahead and add our 1 cup of milk and our 1 cup of heavy cream. Might need to turn that up a little bit now. And we're going to whisk this until it thickens. It's just now starting to get a little thicker. It took a while for that cold milk and cream to heat up, probably at least 5 minutes. And now it'll start to thicken up, and it'll probably just take a couple more minutes. And I'm going to pour the cream sauce over top of the potatoes. Spread that over the potatoes evenly. So off to the oven it goes for 45 minutes, covered at 375. going to go ahead and shred up my cheese. It says to use about a cup. If you want to use more or less, that's up to you. So a cup actually equals 4 ounces. It's almost 5. Good enough. Good enough. I love cheese, so the more, the better. Next, we're going to sprinkle our cheese on top. So now it's time to put the potatoes back in the oven and bake uncovered this time for 20-25 minutes. Tell you what, 15 minutes is going to be plenty. The cheese is nice and crispy brown, but you know, you're not going to want to put it in there for 25 minutes. At least not in my oven. Look after 15 minutes, how nice and golden brown. So I'm going to let those cool. Oh yeah, potatoes are fine. With slicing them real thin, that worked out good. Yep. Oh my. That looks heavenly. Holy mackerel. I'm just going to let this cool on the stovetop. That's what we're going to have for dinner tonight. They can't be anything but good, right? Well, Doug has already eaten. The potatoes are very good. I can recommend those. They're nice and creamy. The cheese is a little crispy. Really good. So thanks for joining me here once again on Dee's Delights, and I hope you have a fabulous week, everyone. See you soon.